microphone at home. So I'm just using the audio off of the Logitech. So my apologies. I don't normally do that, but you know it happens, and so the show must go on. It's just been a crazy week, but it's been a good week. Just doing all the things with the new project that I got going on with the videos and stuff. So I'm super excited to get on that. I have all the basics done. Now I have to make the video on putting out priorities and stuff. So I won't talk too much about it, but it's nice to put those on paper and then present on them because you really start to understand what's going on with what you're talking about, pretty much. Like, oh, well, I'm talking about the user's journey. I better know exactly what that is. I'm talking about architecture. I better know what that is. So that's what I'm up to all day. Let's go ahead and switch this camera over here. See if I can't get a better shot. There we go. So, you know, tell me what you guys are up to. If you're watching this later, you can leave a comment and let me know what's going on. I'm usually very quick to respond to those. So let's see here. Let's see what's going on. We've been here for about a minute, so not too long. Still waiting for people to come through on chat. If not, no big deal. No big deal at all. So I guess what I should do is probably take a look, since we're waiting for people to come here, while I have some time to wait, probably take a look at all the different sites that that I can take inspiration from. And I'll show you the ones that I always take inspiration from. If you've been on this channel before and you've seen it, my apologies, but let me go ahead and pull up the screen here, and I'll show you some of the sites that I get inspiration from all the time. So here we are at Google. Let's go ahead and go to Samsung. Samsung has some great stuff. It's really geared kind of like more in the industry that I'm working with. It's a lot of electronics that I work with. Not necessarily like high-end, but you can look at them. To be honest, I don't like this tile look. It's a little bit like almost too modern, but it's definitely not bootstrapping. The other thing that I would have a problem with is getting this photography. Yes, I can do it, but is it going to be worth the time to set up all this type of photography? But really taking a look at the footers, I like this very simple footer, and well, look at this massive footer right here. They're a big site. And taking a look at all of the different ways to even set up like navigation. So this is navigation that hover and selects a div and fades that in. I'm currently working on this myself. Well, I'm done with my navigation for the site that I'm working for my company, and so that's nice. It's gonna be interesting seeing how to change from like jQuery to React. It's definitely a different way of thinking about things. Maybe a lot of booleans is what I'm thinking, true, false. So yeah. I typically do this in the daytime, so normally I get a lot more traffic than this. But it's only been 3 minutes, so I'll just hang around for a bit, see what happens. Let's see. What were we talking about? We were talking about different sites that I'm inspired by Sony, but I don't know. I don't know about Sony too much. I have like this 960 grid going on that I'm not into. I'm not a huge fan of. These tiles are not my favorite thing, to be honest. I do like the basic navigation with the underline or the border that fades in. I'm going to use something like that. And actually, in the past, I'll show you what I've used before, and I like it. But it's a combination of things. But MongoDB has this, and it's just with with a border. You put like before the content, and it just fades in. And I really like this version the most. And so that's what I've kind of been inspired from, and I'll probably use myself. we got Sony, we looked at Samsung, I've looked at Dell, like just basically like people that I like things that I do like within the industry, right? Um, and I legit hate this, to be honest. I do not like this at all. This is okay, but like this, not, or just like the navigation, I'm not a fan of it, to be honest. Uh, I would think if you were going to hover over it, this icon should be out first, but you know these sites are built by humans, not by geniuses. So there's a lot of opinions. I guess a lot of it is more to taste, and rather than like when you're coding something, you have to either right or wrong, right? And so sometimes when you see a site that you don't like, it might just be a difference of opinion. Motorola is a great one. If you notice, I haven't gotten to Apple. That's too generic. Um, Everyone wants to be like Apple, and they're gonna know when you do it. It's not gonna be in a good way, in my personal opinion. So I don't recommend trying to rip off Apple for all of your stuff. Motorola, these thick like banners, I could do that. I don't like this, but that's taste. Um, I don't like carousels in general, just because they're distracting. Like if I'm gonna do something here, look, like it moves back. Like, oh, I was gonna click on this call to action, but never mind. Or I was reading about that, but now I can't figure out what it was talking about. So I'll just move on. Uh, that's how I feel about carousels. Not my favorite. Let's see. Where's some other one? Let's look at Audio Technica. Just Audio Technica. I doubt has like a super site. It just I have headphones by them. So taking a look, gathering information, and this is going to be done in like a real, quote unquote, real video, and it's coming up soon. Today I have to finish the shoot rather the objectives, and then tomorrow I'm going to be right on this, right on research and discovery, and shooting that video as well because well, heck, I'm ready to do it. So so this is what Audio Technica looks like. I am not a fan. I told you. look, look at this. What the heck is going on here? Let's get off. Let's see what happens. Like it's weird, man. It's really weird. Um, yeah, let's just say this and continue. The modal in the middle. And that 960 grid, with the it's not terrible, but it's not my cup of tea. But this is a pretty niche product, right? So those are some things I'm working on. It's been about 8 minutes. If you have any questions, let me know in the comment section. I'm gonna hang around for about another 4 minutes. Not anything too long today. Just kind of just keeping up with guys. And I haven't forgot about you. And then tomorrow we'll do a real live stream where I'll put it out and stuff with the microphone and everything. Today I just have the mic from the Logitech webcam, so my apologies about that. But hey, what can you do? What can you do? So we're looking at some different sites here. We've looked at Audio Technica, not my cup of tea. Let's look at some different ones, just ones that you would never think of looking at, like Winco Foods, just to see how bad or how different or how people in your area are doing things. So Winco Foods is an Idaho company, and so you know what? I am not. I don't think I'm too disappointed with this. Block this. It's an Idaho company. It's not bad by any means, but I never go to this website. But it's okay for what it does. We have this kind of crazy search navigation that when you scroll through does that. Not what I would use, but definitely some things that you can take inspiration from. Kind of bootstrappy. We have that full width image, then with the containers here, in the middle. Definitely something I'm using. Flexbox is what I'm using. We can see some gutters here that I'm like, okay, yeah. and maybe some cards that they've turned. Maybe I can use that. I'm thinking more like something on the side. This isn't really my cup of tea, but something like this. This is alright, you know. What are some other like Idaho Foods is one. Idahoan Foods, right? Idahoan Foods. I know it's all like food related, but I'll try to find another company that's not food related. Idahoan Foods. I think they use WordPress. Hover over menu, not bad at all. I've used this myself with the div, not like this, but with something like that. I like how it goes underneath the logo here. These, I like video banners. I do not like them with this kind of like carousel. I don't like that at all. It's interesting. It looks like they're using the scaling transition to make that movement happen. This was really big back a while back. It was like this static image that like you scroll and the image doesn't move. It kind of looks like a wipe or something. Not my favorite thing. It looks, you know, here in Idaho, it's kind of more like we're a step behind. It's kind of crazy though how it comes out like, you know, pops out of the div there. It's probably like position. It is position, right? Using the position element there. You know, I love this footer. Maybe I'll do something kind of organic like this, where we have like an image behind it. I'm assuming like it's just a little like a band, and then the rest is just the same color, like with that image there. Yeah, see how it's just like the highlighted spot shows like it's just a band of color. That's cool, and I can see myself using something like that for a footer. Some other Idaho companies, Idaho State National Lab, INL, they're a big employer here. Let's take a look at what they have. Idaho Power is another one that's huge to look at. So we'll definitely do that. And it's we're about 12 minutes in, so probably I think I'll go for another 4 minutes unless you guys have any questions. Oh man, I'm not a fan of this. You know, it's okay. We've got the chevron. That is a weird navigation. Not familiar at all to me. But I mean, it gets the job done. But I would not use this if it were me. Let's try to look at something a little bit better than that. Maybe Melaleuca. Melaleuca is actually an employer here in town. There's a bunch of Boise companies, but I'm thinking more like on my side of the state. Okay, this is alright. I'm not mad at this. I really do like this video cover, but it's so high quality. I wonder, like, how's it going to work on small devices? Well, let's find out if it goes down to an image or something. Sorry, this is on the, you know, there's a better way to do this, to check this out. Because I've been like redesigning the entire site at work and also doing the architecture. This is my whole life, which is great because it's going to work for my own stuff. It looks like it's not responsive. It's responsive down to like a tablet form. So let's see what happens if we refresh it. We get redirected to like a mobile site. Nope. Well, that's a bummer. That is a bummer. What else do we have here? So I've looked at some sites here in Idaho. On Semiconductor is one. On Semiconductor. So let's go ahead and take a look. Man, that is ugly. Yeah, but yeah, it looks like there's this was definitely built by developers or engineers, where design is second. This green and blue color scheme is crazy, man. Let's see. Let's look at the code though. Any minute now. I'm gonna check some. Let's see if I have any comments here. Oh, there we go. Hey Daniel. Just doing a quick update about what I'm working on I'm gonna actually do an actual video of this. Daniel, I just finished wrapping up setting my objectives for my React series. So after this, I'm gonna go do some shopping and then work on that for the rest of the day. So I have the entire day to do that, and then some tomorrow. And tomorrow we'll do like an actual live stream with live Q&A. I came a little bit late, but I didn't want to quit, and I didn't have my microphone, so I'm using the mic from actually from the webcam, which is unfortunate, but the show must go on. You know, I'm not a quitter. Let's go ahead and just power through this. So we're just looking at different sites, kind of giving you a sneak peek of discovery for my next video and getting some practice in as well. This looks, I think this is actually done by, it looks kind of like WordPressy with this stuff, kind of just injected in there, and some style sheets, but it could be a WordPress site or some sort of templating site. Marketo's here. What else we got? A bunch of JS files kind of slammed in there. We got Bootstrap, so maybe it is done by hand, but it's really funny. It's really funny. Let's just put it there. It's really weird the way it looks, and I'm just looking at different employers in the area to see kind of like get some inspiration and see what the stuff is here and how I can improve it or kind of fit the people in this area, but at the same time put my own mark. You know, bring it up to date. So something like this, not my cup of tea. Now another big employer is Idaho State University, but I kind of take this with a grain of salt. I graduated there. They are not the norm in the area as far as like education or demographics or anything like that. And that is definitely not a bad thing as far as diversity goes, but when you're trying to sell your services, it might be. And this is all WordPress. Funny thing is with this site, if you take a look, it has a little bit of a Easter egg here for you. But it's done with WordPress and it has some Bootstrap in here and all that stuff. So interesting stuff, for sure. Some weird, like containers maybe with Docker or something. It's a few, you know, doing some API calls. Cool stuff. But I'm not going to take them as like my main source of inspiration. So yeah, those are a few sites that I'm looking at. I'll do an actual video, an official video later, but that's what I have for today. Sorry about coming late. If you're watching this at a later time, appreciate you giving this a watch. Let me know if you have any comments, especially about my React portfolio series or any questions. Check it out. It's a video before this one. Time to get the day started. Well, it's been started, but time to get my code day started. Work on this site, work on this portfolio project, and get a video up today. All right, talk to you guys later. See ya. Bye.